It says I'm live. It's live. I'm live. So it says I'm live. Good evening. It's me. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Hello. Anybody there? 4 watching. No thumbs up. Come on. Let's have a thumbs up or 6. Have I got everything working? Top chat? No, I don't want top chat. I want live chat. Let's go back to that. Don't need that caption at the bottom of my screen. Hello, good evening, good evening. Someone say hello. Or am I on another screen somewhere else? I don't know. Mr. Murphy in the house straight away, like you did last time. Good evening, Bernie. Good evening, Kerry. Goodbye. See you, Bernie. Bye. Someone else is in there. Just come in. Who's that? Oh, it's Cynthia. Got to have Cynthia in there so she can keep an eye on things. Don't want any silly comments and that sort of stuff. Hello, Pete. Oh, hello from Pete. That's a good start. I haven't even had a sip of my wine yet, and I'm already misreading things. This is not going to go well tonight, is it? Hello, Patrick. See, I've got that bit right. I thought I'd make an effort tonight. Look at this stuff. Cotton shirt because it's so hot. Let me have a little swig. Here we go, look. Cheers, everybody. Jean's here. Good evening. I've just had a message from Cynthia saying, we are waiting. We're waiting for what? I'm just going to answer now. I'm saying, I'm chatting. I don't know what's going on then. According to, can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Yes, no? Because, yes, we can. Thank you. So what's Cynthia on about? I've got no idea. She says, we're waiting. So I'm missing all these people coming and joining us. Who's joining us? I haven't seen. Tracy, hello. John, hello. Ian McCagan, hello. Anne Wright, good evening. Jean, have I said hello to Jean? Yes, I think so. Yes. They're all saying yes. You are pixelated. Am I? It could be the light. I don't know. From there, if I pull that down, you're not going to see me at all. Hello, Sue. So I don't quite know why I'm pixelated. Does anybody else think I look pixelated, or is it just my natural colour? I've got no idea. I can't adjust anything on here. Yes, vision pixelated. That's strange. Video is bad. Well, I don't know, because the picture I'm looking at on my yes, video is not good, sound okay. That's very strange. Because the picture I'm looking at in front of me is very clear. Let me try something. What can I try? I'm going to put the light on and shut that down. Hang on. Bear with. Light is on. That's down. That's going to make me cook now. Does that make? Is that any better? Yes. No. The sound is better than the vision. I don't get it. No. Brilliant. I don't know what has gone wrong then, because I'm using the same camera. In fact, I'm going to have to change this back because I'm cooking in here already. So I don't honestly know what to do, because I'm using the same camera, which is there. I've got a connection up there. Clive Waterfall, good evening. You're pixelated, Kevin, and that's just after one glass. Clive, I haven't even, I've had one sip. I am so sorry. I don't know what to do. As far as I know, I cannot change. Is it really bad? Is it that bad that you cannot see me clearly at all? You seem a bit blurry. Gene, that's nothing unusual for me, to be honest. We can still chat. Yeah, you can still chat. It's no, the Wi-Fi is looking pretty good. Let me just check on my phone to see what the Wi-Fi connection's like on there. Oh, yeah, no, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good on my phone. So I don't know. So I can only apologise. I really am sorry. This is not something I would have normally, of course. But it's very annoying if you cannot see me clearly at all. We can still see your features, Kevin, although many would say that's an advantage. I couldn't possibly comment. Well, I think you have, Clive. I think you just commented. Good evening, Andrew. Andrew, before you say anything, look at the comments. Yeah, okay. Look, I'll carry on. I will have to investigate this after the live show tonight. But as I say, I do apologise. Soft focus is always good. Yeah. Yeah. As I say, I am so sorry. I had this all scheduled in to go live at 8 o'clock to start it off nice and smoothly, so I didn't have to do anything. And it didn't start, so I had to click go live. So nothing seems to be working very well. I will try and get this sorted out before. Your signal's undulating. Oh dear, we'll come to that in a little while, Andrew, about that. But yeah, I'll try. As I say, it's unusual for this to happen. I assume that on my other live shows or streams that it's usually pretty good. I've never had anybody say that I'm pixelated, but we'll see. Andrew likes a good undulation, doesn't it? Oh, absolutely, Andrew. Andrew certainly does like a good undulation. Yeah, a flat one. It's a flat undulating thing. Yeah. So look, we're straight. Let me go straight into this. There's 22 people watching already, which is fantastic. Last Sunday, Kevin's Rambles walk in Firle, which is a walk that Andrew wanted to do. We couldn't do it 2 years ago because of things going on, rallies and all sorts of things. So we did it last week, as you all know. And the heat was pretty bad. What a fantastic day. And I did say to Cynthia the other day, I think in the 3 years that I've been doing these Kevin's Rambles walks, I think that was the best one. I really do think it was the best. Everything for the whole day, the walk, the people are always very good. Ending with the meal, I mean, wow, we couldn't have had a better day, and the food was just fantastic. And the price, when I went to pay for my meal, I thought they made a mistake. I'm not going to argue. I won't argue, but for the meals that we had, there was no way that anybody could complain about the meals. It was fantastic. And the way they had us sat on those 2 long tables, I thought was absolutely perfect. It was fantastic. Andrew was leading somewhere near the front, mostly in the middle or at the back, on his flat, undulating walk. Andrew saying for free, and yeah, those of us that ordered the roast in advance got a free meal, which is fantastic, you know. But even the desserts were not expensive, to be honest. The wine was at a very good price, but everything was excellent about the walk. Unfortunately, we lost Tracy and Elaine fairly early on in the walk. Poor Tracy was really struggling, and I didn't know that she was until Cynthia. I realised Cynthia was not within the group, and then I walked back and met Cynthia, and she said to me that Tracy was really struggling. And then, as some of you would have seen on the photographs, when I got back to the main group that had been standing waiting, I don't know, for about 10 minutes or something, we were all looking at the map trying to work out a route, but we managed to find a route back for Tracy and Elaine, and it seems that they had great fun. And on this occasion, they didn't get lost like they did at Petworth. But I think somehow we've got to come up with an idea or plan so that we, you know, I want to make everybody inclusive on these walks. That's what it's all about. But somehow we've got to come up with some ideas of how we're going to alleviate these stop and starts all the time. It's difficult. It's difficult to know what to do. And then we pressed on a bit further, and again we went up another quite steep hill. No, sorry, not a steep hill. It's a flat, undulating walk. And again we stopped, and I suddenly realised there was no Sue. Where was Sue? And then someone said to me that she's up the front. So Cynthia and I walked to the front of where the front of the groups were. No Sue. So I phoned her up, and I said, "Well, where are you?" She said, "I'm with Mike and Ron." And I said, "But where are you?" And she said, "We've gone down a different route." And I said, "Well, no one told us." And she said, "Andrew knew." So when we asked Andrew, he said when we said about them going off on a different route, and I said to Andrew, I said, "You didn't tell us, Andrew." He said, "Nobody asked me." Oh dear. Good evening, Paul. Good evening, Rob. But it was funny. But so by the time we got to Charleston Farmhouse, Sue, Ron, and Mike had finished their cups of tea or coffee and their snack. So, but again, a fantastic place to have a stop. Everybody can have a catch up, have a chat about the walk and things like that, and had a walk around the garden at Charleston Farmhouse. My gosh, what a beautiful garden! It was fantastic. I was a bit worried about Paul wandering with Watto because there was a slope in the garden, and I was a bit worried about him shooting down that slope and then not being able to get back up, give him a bit of a shove. But fantastic day. It was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I cannot fault it. It did, you know, the heat was quite bad. Let's try and catch up on some of these. I know there's a lot of people saying hello to each other, which is great. The Andrew Norris Group sussed the permissive path and offered a choice of shortcut to Cafe or longer loop through Tilton Farm. Well, if only someone had told us. Because I think Cynthia said that if she'd have known about the route they took, she'd have gone with them. So, yeah. Mr. English, hello, sir. Hello. He's here. Look, Mr. English. How's your ankle? Bring us up to date with that, please. Gene Blooming, thanks for your clarification. I look forward to the next Andrew Norris walk, which would probably be another flat, undulating walk. Adventures with Sog. Say up me duck. For those who don't know, Adventures with Sog, great guy, lives in Ilkeston, I think. His name is Paul, everybody. He is Paul. Oh, should I have said that? So that's another Paul. So we've got Wandering with Watto, who's Paul, and we've got Ayot Miduk, Adventures with Sogs. So, oh, Andrew's already saying it'll be a classic. Brilliant. Looking forward to that. So yeah, it was fantastic. Really, really great. Loved it. Let me just have a quick chat about future walks. As you may or may not know, the next walk is being led by a chap called Richard Suggett. I don't know whether you know him or not, but he's been on one walk, and that was the very, oh no, or is it two? Two, I think. But Richard is leading that walk, and it's in Littlehampton. When the chat started about how long the walk was, he said to me 6 miles. He's had a chat with a few messages back and forth with Cynthia, and it shrunk. It is shrunk by 2 miles. It is 4 miles long, and it's another one of those flat walks. But I think, and down by the coast, it's got to be pretty flat, isn't it? But we'll see. So that, I think, is 25th. If Cynthia's still hanging around in the background there, she will either confirm it or give you the right date. There she is straight away. Look at it, 25th. Details are already up on the Kevin's Rambles group. Jean's already got her order in for a fish and chips by the looks of it. And I think there's quite a bit of interest within the walk. We're going to do a bit of coastline walking. Yeah, I wonder if they are undulating beaches. You never know, Bernie, you never know. You know, those winds and tides coming up off those, they could make it a bit of a like that. But so that's great. We'll be looking forward to that. Now, the September walk, again, I'm edging my bets here a little bit because I'm either going to get this wrong or get it right. And I think it's been led by Rog, and I think it starts in Godalming. I'm waiting for Cynthia to come back and say whether that's right or wrong. Evening, Ron. I hope you're well, my friend. So let's wait and see if I've got that bit right. Starting in Godalming. Correct. Yes. I think that walk is about 6 miles long. It's not a linear walk as such, but there are points where people, if they think they've walked enough, then they can turn around and just literally follow the walk straight back to a car park. So there are points where they can stop. I don't know the terrain at all. I don't know if it's flat. I don't know if it's hills, whatever. But I think Cynthia has posted that onto the group. I'm probably going to get into trouble here because it probably hasn't been, but I think it has. I think that not the full details, but I think some of the no, she hasn't. Cynthia, would you like to take over? Jean's asking for the date. I'm not going to say a word. I am not saying a word. But I'll wait for Cynthia to give you the date. But let me put it this way: Cynthia will be posting the details very soon. I think that's a safer bet, a way of doing it. There should be cafes on all the walks. Yeah, yeah, it should. Yeah, you're quite right. Quite right. Let me just have a quick sip. Can I just say, I had some ice in here just now, and it's gone. Now, as a lot of you will know that we're on the walk, cousin Sue came down to go on the walk, which I know she, excuse me, she thoroughly enjoyed. But she likes to have ice in her drinks. When she bought the ice, she didn't buy ice cubes. She bought icebergs. I mean, they were so big it was ridiculous. But the ice cube iceberg is already gone. Crazy. Yeah, Cynthia's now confirmed what I said just a moment ago. She will confirm the details very soon, and the date is the 29th. I've still got some icebergs in my freezer, so that's fine. I'll use them up, and then next time Sue comes down, which might be October, fingers crossed, she's going to come down for the October walk. I'll make sure that we get some proper ice cubes in. Now there is a possible walk being sorted out. No, I'll rephrase that. A walk is being sorted out for October. I'm not really getting involved with that at all. I'm leaving that to Cynthia. She's already spoken to somebody about this and a possible venue for it. She has run the idea past me, and I think it's a possible. I really do think it's a possible, with some very interesting points along the way. The place where it will be, I will say now, in a long way in advance, there are some bits there that are going to be difficult walking. I've been on this bit before, and it is pretty tough going, but we'll see what happens. But again, as soon as we've got details, then obviously we'll let people know. Steve's away at the moment. He should be back. I think he's back tomorrow, and we're going to hope Cynthia and I are going to have a meet up with him hopefully on Friday, and really try and bring him up to speed of what's going on. Just catch it. Sorry, the location is Hankley Common, but it's the date that is unconfirmed. Oh, okay. I didn't want to jump the gun, Cynthia, and say anything about it too soon, because I didn't know whether what you'd agreed and etc. So okay, so it's Hankley Common, and if anybody's ever walked on Hankley Common, they will know that there's a lot of sand, very loose sand there, and it is difficult walking, and there are some hills there. So people are talking amongst themselves about the walk. As I mentioned in a private message to Paul and Kim, they did feel really a part of the group, and I said to them that as far as we're concerned in the group, although they are in the Cotswolds, they are part of the group without a doubt, and hopefully they'll come back. Just before I go on to the next thing, there is a chance at some point, and we don't know when, and I did mention this at the meal, is that Paul and I are talking about the possibility of a few of us going up to the Cotswolds, and Paul will lead a walk. It will be a canal walk, I believe. And if we could do that, that would be lovely. I don't think 20 of us can descend on there, because obviously we've all got to book Airbnbs, Premier Inns, or whatever. So I will at some point in the next perhaps week or two have a phone conversation or a Zoom chat with with Paul, and we'll try and come up with some ideas. Binby, hello Lynn, hi everyone, late to the party. My YouTube notification said you were live at 10 p.m. That did get changed, Lynn. I didn't, when I set that up, I actually put on for 8 o'clock start, and then Cynthia messaged me saying, why have you set it up for a 10 o'clock start? And I said, well, I haven't. So I went straight back in there and I changed it. So that's fine. Andrew said, let's just try to catch up one or two of these comments here. Andrew saying, canal walk. So no undulation. No, Andrew, not on a canal. But yeah, we'll see what we can come up with. I would love to go back to the Cotswolds again, because when Steve and I went up there, it absolutely leathered it down with rain all the time. And the day that we met up with Paul and Kim, I think we went, was it Winchelsea we went to, Paul? And we went and sheltered in the church. when we came out, the gargoyles, Winchcombe, thank you. When we came out of the church, the gargoyles were pumping water out so fast that it was coming out from the side of the church about 3 feet. I think gargoyles, Paul, send the water out from the guttering. The grotesques are like the things you see at the bottom of windows and things like that. But I can always be stood corrected. But it was just leathering it down with rain. It did ease off a little bit, but he decided to take us to this ruin to go round it and have a look at it, and it was closed. So, but it was fine. It was brilliant. It was great to meet up with Paul and Kim. Lynn B, are you talking about Kevin's Rambles holiday in the Cotswolds? Yippee! We are talking about doing something up there. The vicar's assistant called me out in that and insisted they were great. Oh, right. Okay. I will have to change my description of things around the church. Of course you can stand corrected, Kevin. You're wearing orthopedic shoes. How did you know? You weren't with us last Sunday to see my orthopedic shoes. Oh dear. Might be walking up beside the Cairnhill flight of the Doctor's devices, in which case, and yeah, definitely not flat. That's right. Pete and Susie might like that. They are in Morton in the Marsh. I remember that, Bernie. Yeah. When is this? People do not listen. Nothing's set in stone, Lee. I'm going to be having a conversation with Paul over the next couple of weeks. We'll come up with some sort of an idea, and then we will run it past anybody that might be interested. But we'll have to see. As I say, nothing's set in stone yet. Good evening, Jackie. Hi, everybody. Just got back from a visit on the board the Andalusia, a replica Spanish galleon. It's moored in Poole Harbour. It's amazing. Oh, wow. Okay. I have my eyes in my head and Andrew walking shut. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I've only just joined the party. Oh, yeah. You got the wrong time, didn't you? I don't. Lynn, how would you ever expect me to start at 10 o'clock? I'm tucked up in bed at 10 o'clock. And after doing one of these, Bernie will tell you, Andrew will tell you, when you're rabbiting for an hour or longer sometimes, I mean, it wipes you out. It just absolutely knackers you. I challenge people to do it. I really do. It's hard. I think that iceberg's melting through my glass. Thank you, Bernie. You know it does. It's tiring. It is absolutely tiring. Something I want to just clear up was a couple of times last week, and I have mentioned this before to one or two people. The title, Kevin's Rambles. Dave thought messaged me once about YouTube and things like that. They said people get confused with my name, Kevin's Rambles YouTube channel. He said they look at it and they think, oh, walking, hiking, and because you're doing churches and doing interviews, and people find it confusing. And I said, well, look, the Rambles bit was a little bit of a joke, because when I think it was very early, probably Cynthia can correct me. Cynthia and I went to do a walk at what they call the Devil's Jumps, between Tilford and Hindhead. It was on a crossroads you can get to church. And Cynthia said, if you're going to do this YouTube channel, you need to have a name. And we were coming up with different ideas, and I just said Kevin's Rambles. And Cynthia said, that is a great idea, a great title. She said, because that's what you do. You're always rambling. You're rambling on and on and on. So that's where the Rambles bit comes from. It was actually nothing to do with walks. It was the fact that I'm always chatting away. I'm always talking. But so that's how it all started. Right, let me just try and catch up with this. I think I need to do some lives. Mark English, yes, you do. And you and I need to talk about that. If you remember, a few months ago. Gargoyles are decorated water spouts. Grotesque have no fun. Yeah. I got it right. G. Bless, Mark English. I have halfway through. I was halfway through your Heber Church video, and then it's popped up. And this. So, would you rather be watching this video or be on here? Well, Paul saying, I thought Andrew, but hang on, I missed something. Oh yes, sorry, I'm behind. I just googled it. What, gargoyles? Yeah, you missed a good walk, Uncle Rob. Yes, he did, Ron. He did. He made that excuse on Facebook, that video excuse, and after, when he was talking about turning up today for the meal, I thought, what's he on about? He's talking a load of rubbish. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. Are you in bed in the coat? Yeah. Devil's Jumps. My gran used to take me there as a kid. So, Ian, you know where they are. And what are those? And there's the ponds down the bottom, isn't there? It's a lovely walk, but blimey, it's a bit of a toughie, isn't it? Can you put them on the Kevin's Rambles page if I did? Did you take pictures, Jackie? Yeah, Jackie, if you put too many photographs, you're very welcome to put them on the group. That's what we encourage people to do. The live is live. Mark's video is both well. Yeah. Well, Jean, I'm very pleased you're here. What would we do without our Queen of Maps? And Andrew said last week at the start in the car park, because Kim was there, we wouldn't need the maps, although Jean had a map. Andrew was wrong. The route was fine, but to find these little detours where Sue and Ron and Mike could disappear off and go and get their snacks and coffee and tea well before anybody else, great, yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. The ponds on the flashing. Thank you very much. Yeah. So glad you got the red. Yeah. Right. Let me get back to. I'll let everybody chat amongst themselves. Now, there is, as I said, Steve's away. We're hoping to have a meet up, and we're going to be talking about the future walks coming up for August, September, and October. We're also going to be having a chat with him about a venue for a Christmas meet-up, perhaps a short walk and a Christmas meal. Cynthia, if you need to say anything about this, jump in, please, because I'm probably going to say something wrong again. Just around the corner from us, as is the Devil's Punch. Yes. I've heard that, Clive, yeah. So because I didn't realise that's where you live, Clive. So close, yet so far away. What does? Clashes in a diary, am I wrong? Sadly. What does? Am I lost? Yeah. Gene was hurt. Quite right, Gene. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to try and come up with some ideas of where the venue will be and the date. I'd like to try and keep it that we do as close to Christmas as we can. I know people will have lots of things going on, but hopefully people can spare a Sunday to join us. Ernie Samak, good evening. At last, I've turned it on and your show. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And Fiona, hello, Fiona. Brilliant. Arundel might work for Christmas. You've done it again, Jean. You've done it again. I've been talking to Cynthia. You two keep chatting to each other. Funny enough, we want to do a festive meetup, but need to choose a location and date. Possibly move the last weekend in November to the 1st in December. Cynthia, yeah, I think something that you and I mentioned a little while ago, Jean's already jumped on. Yeah. So, yeah. Fiona, thank you very much. Has been watering the garden. Yeah, same here, Fiona, before I came on here. Will we use the same pub as last year if we're allowed to? There you go, Cynthia. What did I tell you? Did I say that? Spooky, Jean says. Very spooky. Yeah. We did do Arundel, but it was very wet. Well, look, what we'll do at the end of this coming week, we'll talk about Arundel. Cynthia had actually said about going back to the same pub because they said they dealt. Obviously, I wasn't there for obvious reasons, and it would be great perhaps if we did go back to the same pub. I'm very happy to go out there with Steve and Cynthia and just have a personal chat with the people there and see what we could do. Clive Waterfall saying last year's Christmas pub would get my vote. Cynthia, should we have a vote on it? Oh dear. So as soon as we've got some details, Cynthia will deal with that. I was going to suggest you go ahead, Cynthia. You do it. You do it. I'll sit back and just comments go up the screen. Is that the pub where we were for the first meal? Here we go. They've started, Cynthia. You haven't even had to do it. Right. There's a thumbs up from Lynn. So anybody that would like to go back to the same pub, just let us know now. And I'm gonna keep quiet. If that's possible. Yeah. Here we go. Tracy, is that a thumbs up for the pub? Bit far pub from Arundel, but near Andrew Station. Bernie, I think, yeah. We were in 2 pubs that day. The final one, Ian. The final one. Tracy Murphy, pub. Yeah, which one? Tracy, there's a lot of pubs. It was the pub where we ate. Yeah. Andrew, what's the chance of you coming over for it? I know you've got something coming up in January or February. So is there any chance you could come over for that one? It'd be brilliant if you could. Really would. So it looks like Steve, Cynthia, and I will be talking about. Maybe depends on the day. Early December might be better. I think that's what Cynthia suggested on a comment she said just now, and I can't remember what it was. Perhaps move was it move the November walk into the first week of December, something like that. Rather than closer to Christmas. Yeah, but I think I think that might be the plan, Andrew, because obviously, people got family turning up. When I said, close to Christmas, I didn't mean, Christmas Eve. Maybe the first week in December. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Maybe the first week in December instead of the last weekend in November. So I think because time is flying by so very, very quickly, I think what we're trying to do, we're trying to get our heads around this as quickly as we can. And because obviously the pub they'll already be taking bookings for Christmas meals. So if Cynthia and Steve and I can come to an agreement on Friday, then that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. We'll contact the pub and try and get a booking there. And then we would have to very quickly try and get an idea of numbers. Probably we could go with the numbers we had from last December, possibly including, if I'm allowed to go, please. As I remember, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, but they start them quite early, Ian, I think, some of these pubs. So that'd be great. If we could get that sorted out and well in advance, then everybody can get that into their diaries, and that'd be wonderful. Gene said, but not the 8th. Put your name to Kevin. Ron, mine's at the top of the bloody list here after last year. But yeah, it's if my name's anywhere down the bottom of that, anywhere lower than that, and less than at the top, there's going to be questions asked. And let me just have a look at my notes here. Done that one, done that one, done that one, done that one. I've not done this one. Let me just very quickly. We would like to come to that one as not as far as Paul. That would be fantastic if you could. The walk wouldn't be a long walk. Last year's was just around parts of Arundel. Good night, all. Barbecue is ready. Oh, hang on, Jacqueline. Barbecue. Have a lovely time. Enjoy your barbecue. Take care. Now, I've been with Mr. McCagan. You saw that I was helping Ian cut a field. And hang on, what Paul said, it looks like a 2.5 hour instead of 85. Yeah, I know, it's a long journey for you. And the fact that you and Kim had that journey back was a long one. In the video of me on Ian's tractor cutting the field, I'm not going to say anything about anything I saw today. And there's a reason for that. I've been with him today, helping Ian make the entrance to his field nice and more tidy and easy to get into. And the idea is, I come up with an idea and I made this wider. Thank you, Ian. That's it. I couldn't think of that. I come up with this and I asked Ian about it, and he had already had this idea. The plan is in September on I don't know whether it'll be a Saturday or a Sunday. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the weather will be okay. There's going to be a Kevin's Rambles picnic meetup. There's going to be more work done to the field. I think definitely I'll be going down. Cynthia might be coming down. I know Ian's today. We loaded one of his mowers onto the back of his van to get it repaired, and we're going to have to try and work a little bit more on this. I'm going to take my gazebo down there. We're going to put that up, and the idea is there'll be no tractor rides going on because it'll be too dangerous. The idea is we get this field ready. There will be parking off the road, which hopefully will be enough for us all to fit in. Everybody will bring their own food. You can bring a bottle of wine. It's in Liss, Gene. It's in Liss, but to get to it, it's a little bit along the lanes. But we'll Ian's going to come up with a postcode. In the bottom field, to park, yes. So we can all get together. We're going to try and come up. You know, if you've got a camping chair you want to bring along, we'll probably get people to arrive around about lunchtime. Where is the field meetup? We don't know, Andrew. We haven't got a date. That is something I was just about to come to. We've got no date yet. We haven't set a date. All we know is at the moment it's going to be in September. So no parking. No, exactly, Bernie. Yes, no parking in the upper field. So as I say, no date set aside yet. It's going to be in September. It will be, hopefully, it will be great fun. You can, the idea is to, yes, Bliss Station is very close to it, Gene. You can get to there. You can turn up. The idea is to keep it going until the early evening, and while you're there, Ian will ask you to chop some logs. That's for his log burner. So yes, that's the idea. It's just very loose ideas at the moment, and I think it'll be a lovely idea to, if we can, and if Ian's agreeable, perhaps we can make this an annual thing. I don't know, but it's all dependent on Ian. This is his land, and obviously, what I would suggest you do is make sure you take all your litter away. It's not like one of these festivals where you turn up, you leave everything on the ground, and wait for somebody to come and pick it up. Oh God, you can't. So anyway, so that's the plan. Lynn, funny enough, only today I was thinking, could we get anybody that's a musician to bring an instrument along if they play an instrument? I will ask Steve about bringing along a guitar. I had to message my son earlier on because he's up in London at a gig. And I just wanted to make sure he's safe because there's a lot of things kicking off all over the country again. And that's enough about that. And I have said to him that I would love him to come along. Now, if he could, or if he would, perhaps he can bring his guitar along as well. So it'd be great. It would be a great afternoon. Everybody can just chill out, relax. Bernie could play the phone. That'd be fine, Bernie. That'd be fine. So once we've got the details nailed down, again, keep your eye on the Kevin's Rambles Facebook group. and the details will be posted there. And it'd be fantastic. I'm sure it would. So let me just try and catch up with some of these comments because they've been flying up the screen. Ian saying the field is a mile from Liss. Yes, it is. Could bring my yes, yeah, I'm sure Ian wouldn't mind that. Limby, Steve, yeah. Did you have a good birthday Thursday before Ian? I spent my yeah. He did. You told me he did. Shall I bring people to the channel? Yeah, you can do. I'm sure Ian would appreciate the help. Let's have a look. I could play. Yeah. I've done that one. Yes, Lynn, it would be great. I would love James to come along and meet everybody, and perhaps other people could encourage him to come on and walk with us occasionally. I could source a train. Oh, Paul, bye-bye, my friend. Take care. Yeah, we'll have a chat soon, Paul. Thanks very much for coming in tonight and joining us. Ian McCann. Yeah, Clive. Yes, I had a good day. Blah, blah, blah. Good night, Paul. Bye-bye. Everybody said bye-bye to Paul. That's great. So I think that's all the things I need to talk about tonight, which is great. Lynn B and Shelley. Yes, I will. I will definitely ask Shelley to come along, and hopefully Jack could come along. He might, he'll be the only kid there, but he might enjoy it. Although he could always go to his dad's if he didn't want to come along. So yes, Ian, definitely. Yeah. If funny enough, I was going to suggest to Steve about having a word with Karen about perhaps bringing their kiddies along. Adventures with Socks is saying to Watto. Your picture is more stable now, Kevin. Just towards the end of the show approaches. Good timing then, Bernie. Good timing. Yes, Rodney, yeah. Sounds as if you all have a good time. If Fiona, it would be fantastic if you could come along. Would you be okay to come along for something like that? Would you better do something? Now, there is a problem here, which Ian and I talked about today. At the top of the field, we could cut a path through, Ian and I, to some woods. Now, ladies, I suppose we could find a couple of sturdy trees. Bernie's got it. Bernie's straight in there. We could find a couple of sturdy trees and we could nail a bit of wood along. Oh, dear. And we could leave a shovel to dig. To dig a hole. There is a cabin in the woods, if you know that film. I've seen the cabin, and I wouldn't want to be going in there. I'll tell you that. Oh dear. Ian has made a suggestion. There is a pub very close by that he could perhaps sort out with the people there. That if the ladies wanted to go and use that. Tracy said, "Be like carry on camping." It'd be worse than that, Tracy. I'll tell you. but us men, we could just go for a little walk up to the top of the other side, the other field, and Ian. Yeah, but wouldn't that be good for your orchids, Ian? What's wrong with the wild? Oh my God! Oh dear! I wondered how long it would take for this live show to plunge to the depths, and we're there. Lynn B, what is a wild wee? Lynn, you're going to find out in September. Oh, gosh. Oh, dear. That's what I love about these. This is one of the best lives I've done for a long time. Oh, blimey. But this is, it's been brilliant. Now, I don't want to shock anybody, but this evening, hang on, let me just double check before I say any more. There is a lot of lots of stunning nettles. Is that opposite to stinging nettles? You get stunned by them? Let me just check. I want to check something. Hang on. Bear with, please. Bear with. Checking one's phone. Hang on a minute. Oh, no. Hang on. I can't find it. It's gone. Oh, no, here it is. It's still, hang on. It's telling me I'm live. As of this evening, Kevin's Rambles YouTube channel is now on 990 subscribers. We went up to 988. We then went down to 985. And then in the last few days, we've hit 990. So over the next week, we will drop back again. But yeah, thank you very much, everybody, for saying so. And woohoo, yeah, woohoo, Kerry. I don't want to be, hang on, who does that remind you of? Thanks, Rob. Thank you. Yeah. Lynn, I've tried, and I'm not sure they all have. Thank you very much, John. Thank you. 10 to go, Cynthia. Yeah. Get your friends to subscribe. I've been trying. Hands up their backs. Subscribe to my channel. But as I've always said, there's always this figure, isn't there? This 1,000 subscribers to become monetized. The money side of it doesn't bother me. And Cynthia and Steve will tell you, I've always said that. It doesn't, I'm not interested in it. If I get a little bit, fine, it's great. But I love doing these videos for everybody. And I get so much enjoyment out of doing it. And having Steve and Cynthia on board with me is great. You know, Steve loves doing all his research. He loves the history side of it. And you all know Cynthia's input into it, you know, not just for the YouTube channel, but particularly the Facebook group. She puts in a hell of a lot of work into that. And it's great fun. And since all this started, the group has grown and grown and grown. I think I'm right in saying we picked up about another 5 or 6 people to the group in the last few days. All of them ladies. They're all ladies. And obviously they, you know, it's the charisma. Hang on. Let me just show you. As he slides his chair back. Oh, here we go. Hang on. What do you think? What do you think? My new acquisition. What do you think? Don't be rude. I have feelings, you know. I love it. I love it. I know. Take it off. All right. Oh, I messed my hair. Okay. Oh. Let me. Sorry. I don't look this. Those adverts you. Kerry, I wish I could earn some of that money that guy earns. Ian and I were talking about this today. He said he gets fed up every time he goes down the high street. I'm looking out of a window, but it's not me. It's this other guy. Gene, I always get hat hair. Always. Private detective, yeah, very Indiana Jones. Thank you. that will be appearing on some videos coming up soon. Oh dear. But as I say, the videos are great. You know, since the YouTube channel started and all this, and the lives have been going. I think I started within a few days of Bernie starting, which was just over 2 years ago. The YouTube channel is now, I think, 5 years old. And when I was away in the Midlands recently, Sue and I revisited Hathersage in the Peak District, and we've done a video at the church at Hathersage, and I've done another video of Little John's grave. It won't be as successful as the first one. That's not a problem. But I have, over the last few months, found a little bit more information about it, which I was able to put into the new video. So I've got about 6 or 7 videos to edit from that trip. But it's great, you know, the community's getting stronger. Yeah, as we could all see from last Sunday, we're a very tight-knit community. I think that would be a nice way of describing it. And if we could encourage 1 or 2 other people to come on walks, that would be wonderful. You're all very welcome to invite people along. The donation tin will be at the start of each walk from now on. But it's just wonderful that, you know, from the very early starts of the YouTube channel, and then, you know, where a lot of us came from, and we left for all different reasons, but mine was particularly personal. And I will say the personal attack against me. And we've created this Kevin's Rambles group, and long may it continue. Long may it continue. 1 or 2 people made some really lovely comments to me last Sunday, which was rather touching. And that's when we were about to leave. So, and I appreciate that very much. So, yeah, this is an example of yes, yeah. Yes, this is, yeah, Cynthia's absolutely right. Yeah, I'm stopping. Yeah. Let me have a quick look at these comments. Yes, Fiona, you're absolutely right. She does. I have to say, and I know Cousin Sue's got a new phone. Some of the photographs of the flowers she took at Charleston House were absolutely stunning, brilliant. Things happen for a reason, and we have made some really good. Absolutely, Lynn. Andrew, oh, we're off now. Kevin, going to play some Scrabble. That's a great show. Good. Okay. Thanks very much, Andrew. Andrew, are you still in the UK, or are you back in Zagreb, Croatia? Yeah, Rob, it's easy for me to suffer from that. No, it's not, Gene. It's still going down rather nicely. Andrew, if you're still here, I don't know when you are going back home, but I wish you a safe journey back, my friend. And as soon as we've got some idea about this Christmas do, we'll let you know. Oh, there we go. I'm returning on Wednesday, seeing Mark here. Okay, that's great. I need to have a catch up with Mark about these live. So that'd be cool. So, Sue's still there. I wondered if she'd fall asleep. I want to get into trouble. I will get into trouble. But as I said, Sue's got this all singing, all dancing, multi-purpose phone. Now, there's something I find very disturbing about technology and the way it's going. I was at Sue's place on one occasion while I was away, and Sue was trying to get her phone to ring, and I'm sitting in the same room as her. She asked me to ring, and it wouldn't ring. It made not even a vibrating sound. And then she's looking at it, and I don't know whether she Googled it, but it said, your phone knows you're watching it. So she took her phone just a few feet away, and I rang her phone, and the phone rang. But she picked it up again and looked at it, and it said, your phone knows you're watching it, and that's why it won't ring. Now, I find that, as me personally, I just find that a little bit creepy. That technology's got to the point where you're holding a device and it knows you're holding it and you're watching it. Whether it's, perhaps it's just me, I don't know. I just find that quite creepy. That these devices will know that you're holding it or watching it. I don't know how anybody else feels, but to me, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't sit right. Everything is changing so quickly, and I know younger generations and younger find time is going quickly, but the things that in my lifetime and many people on the chat tonight in our lifetimes, the way things are progressing, it's very daunting, I think. Ian, this big brush of what? Yeah, I think you're right. Bernie, you could be right as well. I just don't know. When I was in my perhaps 20s or something, there was this word of AI. What the hell is AI? Artificial intelligence. Yeah, all right, fine. But I never ever thought that in my lifetime you would have this thing called AI doing what it does. And I just think it's creepy. Anyway. Yes, Gene, thank you. Adventures with Sogs. Paul, I've never been on the Chesterfield Canal, never mentioned it. The other week, I went there with my friend. Before I've uploaded any pics on the video, I suddenly got random posts about the canal on Facebook. I know. This has happened to me, and I know it's happened to Steve and Cynthia. Sometimes my phone suddenly chirps up and says, I didn't understand that. That's happened to me, Lynn. I'm not even on the phone. Oh, it's just freaky. It's freaky. Tracy's going. Good night, Tracy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. I haven't got a clue how many people. 26 and 12 thumbs up. I was sitting in a friend's car and mentioned I was visiting Salisbury, and the sat nav started to reroute. What? Oh God! It is frightening. I just find it weird, scary in some respects. Yeah, it is, Gene. Lynn, it is freaky. Fiona, I don't know if you answered my question just now. Would you, if we could get you to Ian's place, is that something that you would like to do if we could arrange it for an afternoon out with everybody? Let us know if that's something you can do. You can put it up on here. You can message me privately on WhatsApp. I have got an idea that if you think you could do that and you'd like to do it, if I can arrange it, I would love to do it for you. Because it'd be wonderful if you could come and join everybody. Yes, that would be lovely. Okay. Fiona, leave that with me. I'll see what I can arrange. I can't make any promises, but if I can, I will. Well, Ron, I didn't want to say anything. I was going to message you privately. And if you could do that, That would be wonderful. It really, really would be wonderful. There you go, Fiona. If all things work out well, then Ron and Elaine will pick you up and bring you over so you can join us all. Absolutely. You would be, see that, Fiona, you'll be very welcome by everybody. Actually, Mr. McKagan, have you got any red carpet? Obviously, we'd have to be careful, everybody, because it is a field, so you're going to have to be a little bit careful. Clive said, we'll soon be watching Kevin's Rambles vlogs filmed and edited by a robot. Clive, it would make a bloody sight better job than I do. I'm off the out. Good luck on getting the magic there. Thank you, Paul. Paul, I'd love to have a meet up with you when I'm up your way. You know, you and I are not that far away. When I'm in Hucknall, you're in Ilkeston. It would be great if we could have a meet up, do a walk together, get a video together. I may be coming up in October. If that's, you know, if we could arrange a meet up, that I would love that, mate. I really would. So let's. I'll let you know. I wish I had your phone number, Paul, but don't put it up on here. I wish I could have a look for my email address on YouTube and whiz me over an email, and we'll communicate that way. Roy Edwards, good. 11 minutes, no, 12 minutes past 9. Good evening, everybody, or everyone. Oh dear. This is great. This is what the community is about, isn't it? Oh, I'm starting again. I'm not going to ramble anymore, otherwise I get told off again. Oh dear. Yeah. Let's do it. I was saying 20 minutes away. Yeah, I know. Yes, Paul. Sue's husband is from Ilkeston. Paul, if you can do that, if you can find my email address, whiz me over an email, and then perhaps Sue and I can come over and we'll have a walk together. That'd be great if we could arrange that. I'll try and get something sorted out in the next couple of weeks about that. That'd be brilliant. Yeah, let's have a quick look. Weymouth is lovely, blah, blah, blah. Bring seats if you can to the field. If it's hot, we have shade at the top of the field. Yes, we have. Oh, Fiona's going to bring mince pies. Fiona, a tin with Kevin on the top. They're mine. Steve will want your your sausage rolls. He loves your sausage rolls. Cheers, Paul. Take care, my friend. This is going to be great. I really hope that we get the weather in September, and you know, this could be a really great time. As I say, we're meeting up with Steve on Friday. I'll have a chat with him. I could even ask him if he could bring his band along, but I'm not sure the neighbours will be very happy with a band blasting blasting out on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. Plus, we need power there, of course. But I don't think Ian's got power at his field. Yeah, exactly, Lynn. Yeah, I posted a dedicated email address for Kevin's Rambles. Where have you posted it? I don't think Paul's part of the Facebook group, Cynthia. Don't mention sausage rolls to Steve. No, exactly. Oh dear. They are. He's always loved sausage rolls. Always. if I have a pre-Christmas do here, I cover the sausage rolls up, and I just go around to everybody, underneath that there is sausage rolls. I don't tell Steve. I'm going to be rich as Kevin's payment. Yeah. The payment is blood, sweat, and tears. I haven't bites. I lost count how many bites I got today. The insect repellent didn't work. You posted it in the chat, did you? Where? I don't know whether Paul saw it or not. Hang on, let me scroll back. How long ago? A couple of hours. I'm looking back. I can't see it yet. I'm back to Weymouth. Who's talking about Weymouth? I can't see anything about an email address. Where is it? Has anybody else seen it? It's going up so fast. I can't. Oh my God! It's confused.com. Oh, we won't get to meet up with you then, Roy. Roy, was it? That's a shame. Yeah. Well, we do. Oh my God! It's 1:15. Oh. Right. It's now 1 hour 16 minutes. The Hawley Inn at Hawley may do rooms, or you to stay in the field overnight in the tent. Yeah. Shall we put a post out asking for people to donate tents to Ian's field? I was going to say, shall I pack up and stop waffling? As Roy said, he's going to come along. Is that what we're on about? Or have I missed something? Oh, Fiona's saying okay, sausage rolls as well. Bless her. Oh dear. Do you want me to, do you want me to keep going for a little bit longer, or shall I zip it? Oh, we can't start setting dates just to. Oh my word. Oh, did I tell you my son? Night all. Loved it last Sunday. No, night, Sue. I'll be in touch soon. I shall bring my pop-up tent. So, yeah, he may need shade. My son. Now, I don't know whether you know, and perhaps I've told people. For my 70th birthday, my children decided to get me a helicopter ride for two. I've never flown. And it says on the details, get ready to enjoy a 1,000 feet flight at 120 miles an hour in a 6-seater helicopter filled with, was it? The description was quite frightening. So I've got to. I asked Steve, he said no. I asked my cousin Rodney, he said no for the second seat. My daughter wasn't interested. James sort of went, yeah, he'd already done a helicopter ride. So I thought, who else do I know? So I thought, I'll ask Cynthia. She's not keen, but she agreed to do it with me. So got to try and sort that out sometime in September. The day of you well assured. Probably I wasn't, but I will have to be now. But then for Father's Day, clearly my son thought, how else can I scare the living daylights out of my pops? So he's booked. I'm hoping Cynthia's going to film this. Lynn, you're very welcome to come. I think we're aiming to go to, I think somewhere in Oxfordshire, because there's a place up there we want to go and do a video anyway. So what else can he do to scare the living daylight out of his pop? So I don't know whether anybody is on there as football fans. Get a sick bag, yeah. I'm a Tottenham fan, and if anybody knows football, Tottenham have got probably the premier football stadium now in the world. It's absolutely massive, and they've got this. They can change from a football field to a American football field, and it takes one pitch out and brings another pitch back in. But they do something called a sky walk, a sky stadium walk, and I think it lasts for about an hour and a quarter. And the idea is you go there, you have a chat with people. They're all in this harness, and they tell you the dangers of whatever you're going to do, what you have to do. And then you go up this walk, up the outside of the stadium, and you get up onto the roof of the stadium, and then you have to get attached to this rail. And there's a bit that goes out and around and comes back. And the very curve of the bit that goes out, it's all on a glass floor. You go right out, and the end bit sticks out past the end of the stadium roof. And that's where he's booked us both to go to. I am bricking it. I know you're safe. I know you're attached to this harness, and I've seen videos. And I've seen the idea is that what they do is they ask you to lean out to look over the edge. Well, even on TV, if you've got like a drone or something, and it flies over and it goes past the edge of a building and then looks down, my stomach goes. So that's what he's booked us to do, and he's going to try and sort that out for September as well. I actually messaged him. And I said, do you love your pops or hate him? Because you've booked a helicopter flight and now you book this thing. I don't know. Too much for me. Past my bedtime, says Bernie. Good night, Bernie. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it this evening. Yes, Jean, you are meant to enjoy these treats. John's saying more excited than watching football. Yeah, I can't agree with that. Yeah. Look, guys, we're nearly at 9:25. I think this is a very, very good time to end this. You get anywhere near the cock. No, I don't think you do. I know what you mean, but no, I don't think you do. Let's just be clear. Everybody, look, thank you very much. As I said, I've got no idea what the numbers got to tonight, but I really appreciate your time. It's been a great live show. Loved every minute of it. The interaction with everybody is brilliant, and I love reading your comments. Look forward to seeing you all in a month's time. First Sunday of next month at 8 o'clock. I was thinking so 34. Oh, that's fantastic. So I will say good night to you all. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay safe, stay well, and there's COVID about. There's a thing to end it on. Good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you very much indeed. Now I've got to find out how do I end this stream. Oh yeah, click on end stream. Your stream will be stopped immediately. You will no longer be live.